Hello, Disney Connections and fellow Disney freaks. We're in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, right here, and we're going to be going into Independence Hall. I'm hoping I can take y'all in and try to sneak in with us, and just be quiet. Shh, don't say anything, don't be loud, and we'll just act like we're recording. So, anyway, we're here in Philadelphia, walking to our appointment at Independence Hall, where the Declaration of Independence was signed. Well, yeah, it was signed there. I'm sure Thomas Jefferson probably wrote it off-site, brought it to Independence Hall, and they all signed it. And then also the site of the Constitutional Convention in 1787, where our Constitution was created. So it should be pretty fun. But before we get going, and before I show you Independence Hall, I just want you to hear from a word from our sponsor.
Main Street Treat brings Disney to you. Hey, we're Rob and Mel from Disney Connections and the new owners of Main Street Treat Company. So come visit us over at mainstreettreat.com to order your treats today.
There it is, y'all. mainstreettreat.com. Go check them out. They're a great company. I fully endorse them, by the way. I mean, they ship things out on time. They ship them fresh. They get them to your doorstep. Do pickups in the park. I mean, come on. You got to go check them out. So, okay. It's my company. Okay. Anyway, but I'm going to flip you around. And we're going to see what is going on here. I feel like we're way more rejuvenated today. Like yesterday was a little bit painful, if I am being completely honest. So day 6, I think it's the day 6 mark, maybe 5 or 6, maybe, that tends to be that day of, I think I'm a little tired. So, see, safety right there. We waited because the light had turned red. If you look right over there, you see the top of a spire. I think that's a building right next to the main building. That's off to the side. So we're here at Market and 6th. Right across from us there is the Liberty Bell. All right, here we go. We're walking. And I'm going to turn you around because right over there is a great place to use the restroom, play in the park. Melanie, that was the park that we played at. Yeah. So, anyway, great little grassy place to hang out. Some trees. I was just saying, would you agree? A little second wind today.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yesterday was a little bit grueling.
Yeah.
By the time we woke up.
Yes, it was.
And got a little rest.
Well, we got up normal time, but then we had an hour and a half on the bus.
Yep.
And then we kind of eased into the day.
Yeah.
Little house tour, little lunch.
Yeah. Oh, that was kind of interesting, actually. So we went into the Edgar Allan Poe house today.
Okay, double time, girls. Double time.
March. Went into the Edgar Allan Poe house here in Philadelphia. He was here in Philadelphia for 6 years. Probably stayed at that house for about a year. It was the last year he was in Philadelphia. 3. Well, our tour guide said 1. So probably between 1 and 3 years.
And his wife was sick there.
Right.
He married her when she was 13.
Right. Almost 14.
And
she died of tuberculosis when she was 24.
And he was in denial the whole time she had tuberculosis. He thought that she just ruptured a blood vessel while singing because she liked to sing a lot.
Well, because that was the first time she started coughing up blood. She was singing for their guests.
And then she started coughing it.
What's that?
And then she started coughing it.
Yep. Well, the hardships that he went through, I don't know. Hey, let's get up off the
the
street. Here we go.
Get off the street. I'm telling you.
What do you tell me?
Oh my god. Yeah, we gotta go this way.
All right. Hey, welcome in, Lisa. You know what? I really love Philadelphia as well. So, it's one of my places I like to visit, especially because of this place right here. So, Independence Hall. Independence Hall. This was the once the seat of the all three, the state legislature, the governor, I believe, all three branches of government in Pennsylvania, right here. Now, this was not, because Philadelphia was the capital of our country for a little bit. I can't remember if this was where that was. Maybe their Congress met here. I can't remember that part. So somebody looked that up.
This is Congress Hall, built as the county courthouse.
Okay, built a state house, county courthouse, and it was used by the U.S. Supreme Court. Okay, there we go. That answers the question I posed. So now I lost my train of thought.
Capitol is here.
Yeah. So lots of prominent figures have been in and through this building. Most importantly, the signers of the Declaration of Independence.
All of them.
Yep, all of them would have signed right here. And then, all the signers, right? Not all the delegates, because I think there was one state that didn't sign. Maybe initially. Is it Rhode Island? I can't remember. So, they all look much more rested, most of them.
Can I have some water?
What are you, hot? Oh, just imagine how you'd feel if you had your sweatshirt on. Oh my goodness, right?
I like it.
Well, you don't move fast enough to get warm.
5 seconds.
Now, I might have to set y'all down. I might go black for a minute. I think we have to go through a metal detector. So I'll just be shutting off the gimbal and putting you through the metal detector. Should be fun. They said,
We're good. We're good.
oh, we don't have any of that? Okay. Can you hold this for a second?
No.
I want to put all my stuff here in my bag. Makes it a lot easier.
Lisa lived here when she was younger.
I saw that.
I can't remember how tough this security was. I don't think it was bad. I think it was okay.
I said they were pretty strict.
I don't know. I can't remember. We go through so much security.
Yeah.
I wrote the Constitution at the windows. That one was tight. Yeah.
The what?
Constitution.
Oh, National Archives.
Yeah, that one's pretty.
Yeah, they don't mess around there. We need what?
Were they asking for it? I don't know. Just pulling out some of the old kids on.
Somebody's at the back of the line. You're gonna have to throw yours away, probably.
Oh, okay, here.
Don't give it to me. She told me to go back in the line so I can check mine. 5 times.
Mine's all done. Is there garbage up there?
I don't know.
I'm sure there is.
She said that's the wrong kind of container.
What do we get now? So, oh, I'm so sorry.
I never drink my coffee fast. I'll get sick, but I'm gonna drink it anyway.
Oh, don't get sick.
Because it was $8.
Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that.
What?
Let me see that.
Wow.
That.
What else you
got
melting, man? What
Oh
else you
my
got there?
goodness. Wow.
She has the same.
I have it in white, and then I got like a chocolate piece.
Okay. Is this garbage over here?
Yeah.
Let's see, one more. Boom.
Melting in my hand.
All right.
I don't think so. I think you have to go through security to get into the venue, but I'm not positive. Okay, stop. Just toss it.
I'll be back.
It was $8.
I'll give you $4. Throw it away. I'd rather you not get sick. All right. Okay. So I know that y'all are gonna have to go through the detector. So it's gonna be a little wavy for a minute. This should be interesting. You have to let me know on the other side what happened, if you saw anything. Let's see. I need. Empty the pockets.
I don't have
Pockets. Pockets are empty. Right. This is an ordeal. Not exactly sure what's going on. I mean, this is a pretty important site. I mean, 2 major documents were signed here, or well, at least one signed.
Did it.
Oh, look at you, champ. You're gonna be wired.
31 ounces.
Somebody give her an Apple Watch. I want to see what her pulse is.
About 15 minutes. And then check it. I had Red Bull this morning. So.
Did it give you wings?
Yeah, I did.
Again, I will ask, whoever cracked open a Red Bull, took a drink, and went, oh yeah, this is good stuff. You're crazy.
I had a Red Bull at 10:30. No, 10:30 last night. Oh.
I remember the very first time I ever had a Red Bull. I was in a park in Portland. We were setting up a tent. I was working for a rental company, and the little people came around. I mean, Red Bull was brand new, and they were just giving it out in the park.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, thanks for the free Red Bull.
That's how it went when
And-
I had my first Monster, because
Yeah.
they were giving it away.
I drank it. I was like, that stuff's gross.
You don't need a bucket for that big bag. Oh, that's a big bag.
Just send it through my day.
All right. Right. Can you set down a bucket for me too, please? Then? Right. Hey. Thank y'all.
Anything in there?
Nope, we're empty there. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. All right. Oh, we got hypodermic needle disposal. All right. Here, can you take this for me? Thank you. All right. Boom. Hold down in your other hand so my pants don't fall down. What?
Split us into two. We've never been split here. Maybe that's a
COVID rule.
Oh, COVID. The COVID rule.
I mean, David was very strict about that at Edgar Allan Poe House.
It was strict about what?
The fact that we had more than 15 or more than 25.
Oh.
They split us into 15 and whatever. Yeah.
Okay. I'll take those back now. All right. Well, if you're just popping in, welcome in. We are here on the backside of Independence Hall. And I realized there at the end, y'all didn't get to see the scanner because I threw my hat over the phone. Oh, so if you saw something, it might have been like radiation waves or something. Are we going in this group over here?
Came back, so how many do we have here? Okay, so I need one more person over here. One volunteer. Anybody?
A volunteer or a voluntold? All right. Oh. Let's see. Well, I could have all.
You go.
You know what? I'll go. You go that way.
I don't care what.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. This group go.
What's up?
Go in.
Okay. Honey, bye. Love you. Hopefully we'll see each other again sometime. But we had to split up because there's other people here? Just let those people in, then we all go in together. I don't know. They're a little different here at Independence Hall. Every year is something different. Something different. It was in these rooms right here at the beginning. Right there. Nailed the window shut. So we're going to go through here. We're going to have Park Services guide who is going to give us a presentation. I love their shirts. I would love that shirt. I love that shirt. All right, what'd y'all have at Reading Market? Nothing. Is he awake? Oh, there. Maybe you had what?
There was a Filipino restaurant that we got some drinks and some bread. And
Okay.
bought candy.
Oh, okay. So
For the road.
so a well-rounded lunch then. I see.
We
Okay.
didn't eat the candy. We're just saving that.
Saving the candy for later.
Yeah.
Okay.
My lunch.
I had some Greek. I'm very drawn to Greek. Like anytime there's gyros or spanakopita or Greek salad, I kind of go there. I don't know why. I was gonna have a Philly too, but then that line got really long. What'd you have?
For lunch, I had half of a Philly cheesesteak,
Okay.
which was really tasty. I added the onions, which made it even better.
Yeah.
And then I
Onions.
got
No peppers though.
no,
Didn't do the
too
peppers.
expensive.
What?
And then
Oh.
I got 2 donuts. One that was tasted like the name was caramel apple donut.
Okay.
And then there was a s'mores donut too.
Oh, I saw
So-
somebody with a. Was it you? They had the marshmallow on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that was
then
kind of cool.
I got a root beer that was in a vintage glass bottle.
And where did you drink that already, or are you saving it for
I
later?
had to because it
Oh.
started. I was holding it in a lot, and since we are moving so much in a lot, it started fizzing. So it started fizzing out of the bottle
Oh my
without
goodness.
me
gracious.
opening it up.
Oh my goodness.
So I
Well,
almost got all over the bus, but I didn't.
okay, good. Because yeah, uh,
Marcus would have to clean it
Marcus would have had to clean that up. Wonder where they're going. They're going over there for a little
up.
bit.
They're leaving us. They're ditching
Bye
us.
bye. Bye bye.
Bye,
See ya.
people.
Bye.
It hurt really bad.
All right, what'd y'all have for lunch today? Anything exciting? Anything different?
I had ziti, but I made that at home all the time.
You had what?
Baked ziti.
Oh, baked ziti.
It was
Okay.
low-key disgusting.
Oh, low key. Just
There will always be a uniformed park ranger in the lobby if you need any assistance. Now, if anyone does need or would prefer to use a ramp, you're going to be coming on the back for Independence Hall. Everyone else, you're going to follow me around to the front here.
okay. We're going in. I'm telling you. I think I've always filmed in here. Which I should film that too. Maybe. No, I'm just recording if anybody asks. Just recording straight to YouTube. Yo!
There's no AC, right?
Pretend.
Because they try to make it as realistic as possible.
Right. So
No AC.
pretend that it is very warm here.
Oh my gosh, I can't.
So they're
All right, here we go. Find a seat. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and I'm 15. All right. Are you wired yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I love this place. If only these walls could talk.
Both here in the courtroom and we'll be heading right across the hall there to the assembly room. Folks, please feel free to step up onto the carpet here. Don't be So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lauren. I would welcome you all here today.
middle.
Yep, got me right away. Well done. The duck. Now, we don't see ducks in our courtrooms today, but we might say that someone is standing trial. And this is where we get the phrase from, because you were expected to stand here throughout the entire trial. Now, you weren't innocent until proven guilty in this courtroom, but I'm not sure how innocent any of us are going to look once we get locked in a cage here for our trial. But folks, the function of this building, the City House, it's going to very rapidly change when revolution comes here to Philadelphia and comes to these colonies. It's in the year 1776 that a man named Thomas Paine publishes his pamphlet called Common Sense. And in Common Sense, he writes, "We have it in our power to begin the world over again." Thomas Paine recognized the ability in Americans to act. And with that ability to act came the duty to act. The duty to replace what they saw as an unjust government with a new one that can better represent them and better protect their rights. And as this building Independence Hall becomes a symbol for not just recognizing that there's something wrong in the world around you, but recognizing your ability, your right, and your duty to act. So it's in the 1760s that British Parliament begins taxing these colonies, and no one expects that American colonists are going to respond with boycotts, riots, and rebellions, setting off a decade-long fight, in which Parliament tries to assert its right to tax these colonies, while the colonists fire back, no taxation without representation. When a rowdy crowd in Boston dumps 90,000 pounds of tea in Boston Harbor, will Parliament respond to the passage of the so-called Intolerable Acts, acts the colonists view as direct violations of their rights? So in response, delegates will round our colonies, gathered in Philadelphia in 1774 to discuss grievances. They meet just one block down the road from here at Carpenter's Hall, and they call for a boycott of British goods. We know this today as the First Continental Congress. Now, not much is accomplished in this first Congress, but the delegates do depart Philadelphia with a promise that if relations between Great Britain and these colonies do not improve, they promise they will gather back here in Philadelphia the following spring, 1775, for a second Continental Congress. Folks, as we know, relations between Great Britain and these colonies most certainly do not improve. So now I'm going to ask all of you to turn around and take a stroll across the lobby there and into the assembly room so we can see just where our second Continental Congress met. Space out into the room for everyone, and I'll join you in just a moment.
So in that first Continental Congress, they had written a document, a letter, wrote a letter to King George, and if he would have responded favorably for the colonists, there might have not been a second Continental Congress. But his inaction causes them to meet again.
Folks, we're going to get out of the way for just a moment because some of you are still taking photos. But welcome to the assembly room, everyone. This is where it all happens, where the Declaration of Independence is adopted and signed by our Second Continental Congress. Each of our 13 colonies have their own table here in the assembly room. In these two tables up front here, this one was for the Secretary, Charles Thompson, and this one here up in the middle of the room for the President of the Second Continental Congress. John Hancock himself will sit right up there. So it is on May 10, 1775, everyone, that the Second Continental Congress convenes right here in this assembly room. And what No doubt, two little towns up north in Massachusetts, Lexington and Concord, the very first battles of the Revolutionary War, where the king's troops opened fire on colonial militiamen. What had started out as a sense of protest against taxes has quickly escalated into full-blown war. And this Congress must rush to create a continental army. Now, when it comes to who should lead that army, for John Adams of Massachusetts, it's a pretty obvious choice. I have but one gentleman in my mind for that important command John Adams declares, and that is a gentleman from Virginia. Virginia. So this is the moment where everyone in our assembly room starts to realize just who John Adams is referring to. George Washington. And what does George Washington do when he starts to feel all eyes turning in his direction? Well, George Washington stands up and he runs out of the room. I want you all to think for a moment. Have you ever experienced a time where you struggle to find the confidence you need to stand up and do what's right? Because in this way, you're just like George Washington. George Washington initially struggles to find the confidence he needs to step up and take on this role as Commander-in-Chief of our Continental Army. He immediately writes a letter home to his wife Martha, and he calls the job a trust, too great for my capacity. But George Washington also recognizes his duty to act. And the very next day, he stands up and he accepts his appointment as Commander-in-Chief, despite every danger and every uncertainty that comes with being the leader of a rebel army. But in his acceptance speech here to our Continental Congress, George Washington does remark, "I do not think myself equal to the command I am honored with." So George Washington leaves Philadelphia. He leaves our Continental Congress behind, and he marches north to Boston, Massachusetts, to take command of a group of farmers turned soldiers who have just stood up to the might of the British Army at the Battle of Bunker Hill. Now, for the rest of our Continental Congressmen seated here, even though they have created their army, even though they've named their commander-in-chief, these men are not yet ready to declare something as radical as American independence. So instead, they draft an olive branch petition. It's a peace petition to send across the Atlantic Ocean to King George III. They're hoping they can prevent any further bloodshed. But the petition fails. The king refuses to read it. He has already declared these colonies to be in a state of open and avowed rebellion. Now, the year 1775 very quickly turns into 1776, and it's the colony of Virginia that decides it's time to speed things up a little bit. So they instruct their delegates here at the Congress to propose American independence. It's Richard Henry Lee of Virginia who stands up here before this Congress and declares, "Resolved, that these united colonies are, and of right, ought to be free and independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown." But still, Congress just isn't ready for that vote on independence, so they delay the vote by a couple weeks. But in the meantime, they select a committee of 5 men to draft a written Declaration of Independence. One of these men is Thomas Jefferson. Over the next 2 weeks, 33-year-old Thomas Jefferson will draft a document that justifies why we're declaring independence from Great Britain. When he writes, "When a long train of abuses and usurpations pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a desire to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and provide regards for their future security." Thus, what Thomas Jefferson is essentially saying here is that American colonists have recognized that there's something wrong with the system of government they are currently living under. So it's now their right and it's now their duty to create a new government that can better represent them and better protect their rights. Now, our vote for independence. Our vote is finally scheduled for July 2nd, 1776. And our vote here needs to be unanimous. We need a yes from every one of these tables. But we've got a problem. One colony here is deadlocked. It doesn't know whether it wants to vote yes or no for independence. And it's actually one of our smallest colonies, Little Delaware. for independence. And George Reed, he's against independence. Delaware has found itself caught in a 1-to-1 tie. It cannot vote yes for independence. So Thomas B. King, he writes a letter home to Delaware to Caesar Rodney, urging him to do everything possible to make it back here to Philadelphia in time for this July 2nd vote. Caesar Rodney reads this letter, and he recognizes his duty to both Delaware and to our Continental Congress. And he sets off immediately. Now I'm sure that many of you are familiar with Paul Revere's famous midnight ride earlier in the war. But what about Caesar Rodney's not-so-famous midnight ride? Caesar Rodney rides 80 miles all through the night in this horrific thunderstorm to make it back here to Philadelphia in time for the July 2nd vote. And he does all of this while he's very sick. He's suffering from a few different ailments at this time. So the strength of this man to make this ride, it was pretty remarkable. And Caesar Rodney makes it just in time. He comes bursting through these doors of Independence Hall. He's completely splattered in mud from that thunderstorm. He's still wearing his ride boots, but he's made it just in time. And Delaware votes yes for independence. So the next time we get change, look at the Delaware State border, and you're going to see Caesar Rodney making that ride here to Philadelphia to vote yes for independence. Caesar Rodney is the only one of our 56 signers of the Declaration of Independence to be on the back of one of our state borders. So it is on July 2nd, 1776, everyone, that this Continental Congress declares American independence. It will be 2 days later, on July 4th, that they will vote to adopt Thomas Jefferson's written Declaration of Independence. And the very first copies of the Declaration will be printed with that July 4th date, which is why we celebrate the 4th of July as opposed to the 2nd as our Independence Day. But then it will be 1 month later, on August 2nd, 1776, that the delegates will all gather back here in this assembly room. They are called up here to John Hancock's desk, one at a time, to finally place their signatures at the bottom of the Declaration of Independence, symbolizing an end to British authority over these colonies and the birth of a new sovereign nation, the United States. It will then be in the year 1787 that delegates will gather back here in this assembly room for a constitutional convention. They are going to create a federal government for this brand new independent country. And George Washington is called upon to serve as president of this constitutional convention. Now, George Washington will sit right up here in the rising sun chair. This chair is the one piece of furniture that is completely original to this assembly room. This is the exact chair that George Washington will sit in throughout the summer of 1787, as our delegates here are arguing and debating and compromising and ultimately writing our United States Constitution. Now, Benjamin Franklin, he too is sitting here in the assembly room throughout that summer. And then keeps looking up here, not at George Washington, but at his rising sun chair. And then is absolutely fixated on the little sun there that's at the top of the chair. And then keeps wondering, well, is it a rising sun or is it a setting sun? Well, by the end of the summer, in September of 1787, our Constitution is finally finished. And the delegates all gathered back here in the assembly room to place their signatures at the bottom of the document. It is then that Benjamin Franklin confidently declares, well, I now know it's not a setting sun. It is, in fact, a rising sun. Now, folks, I want to leave you all today by returning to that quote from Common Sense, from Thomas Paine. We have it in our power to begin the world over again. Thomas Paine's words apply not just to the year 1776, but to the year 2022 as well. The delegates who sat here in this assembly room, they saw something wrong, and they changed it. So folks, where do you see something wrong in the world around you today? And how can you recognize your ability, your right, and your duty to act? Thank you all. Thank you so much, everyone, for taking any last minute photos.
Ability, right, and duty.
Coming out.
Remember that right there.
We're going to be going up to the back door of Independence Hall.
The ability, the right, and duty.
We do not know what delegates are at the table. So unfortunately, no one ever drove
I'll say it again. The ability, the right, and duty to make changes. Yeah, she was very good. I liked it.
Are the chairs
by the way,
original,
welcome in.
like all
Dave.
of them?
Appreciate you being here.
What they call period pieces. So they date to the 1770s, but they were not the exact ones that were in this building at the time. The problem is that the British Army invades 1 year after the Declaration of Independence was signed, and British soldiers trash this building.
What about how does the sun turn out?
Yeah, so the Sun was not here in 1776. It wasn't here until the next decade when we had the Constitutional Convention here. So
Okay.
John Hancock sat in the chair over there.
So where was it placed during that time? You know?
It was
Oh. You're talking 10 years later. Yeah, it
Oh.
probably was nowhere, but they brought it in because they would have had to replace everything. So the British had occupied Philadelphia for a time during the war. And so they came in here and they just did to this building whatever they needed to do as British soldiers. And then we had to move stuff back in, refurnish.
The windows?
They put up the windows here when they were here for the Constitutional Convention. They did shut all the windows.
Yep.
Because it was a big secret what was going on.
Don't shut them.
So
I
they
thought you
just
boarded them up.
shut them.
They
and
nailed them shut.
So where are the nail holes?
Well, I'm not sure if they nailed them shut. I know they had everything closed, probably just the curtains. They didn't want anyone to know what was going on in here.
And
Yeah,
they
I don't know. I
also
think the
didn't
last
want
person that
anybody's
saw- saw them
opinion.
here a few times. I think
Yeah.
they said that they like nailed them shut. So I don't know where they got that information.
Yeah, because I think there would have been damage from that.
Maybe they
nailed
fixed
down-
it. Like maybe like at some point in history they fixed
Well,
it.
maybe what they did was they just shut the curtains and
Yeah, it would have been a better idea to do the curtains because it's very hot. I mean, it's the summer
Right.
here.
Yeah. And there was no AC.
Right. Yes, you definitely need to watch John Adams. So, let's see, John Adams, and then the other one. I will figure out what the name of the other one is. But John Adams is one of my favorites. I don't know. Of all the places, what is happening, Pete? Welcome in. We are in Philadelphia. I'm closer to you. We're getting close. No, we are now going out in the courtyard. Let's go out. We'll let them because they're going to go across. Yes, this is my favorite. Well, it's all my favorite. I have so many favorite things on this tour. I don't know which one to pick. All right. So, yeah. So the one thing that I think that she probably needs to study up on is that when they were in this room, she got that right. It was definitely a secret, but they nailed the window shut. The reason is because they did not want outside influence, and it was a symbol that the delegates inside were not going to go tell anybody what was going on, because they thought that they were revising the Articles of Confederation. The people outside, the people inside had realized that the Articles of Confederation were insalvageable, and so that's why they had to create the Constitution. And they knew this beforehand. So as they are coming to the Constitutional Convention, and George Washington was not scheduled to be in attendance. George Washington was done. He had served his country. He had fought a war and won the independence. And it took some convincing. But the reason they needed his convincing was he was the glue that was going to hold the 13 colonies together. Without his presence here at the Constitutional Convention, it is likely that they would not have agreed on a constitution. So, a couple people to thank: George Washington, obviously, but also James Madison. And I'm surprised she didn't mention James Madison here, but James Madison is a huge factor in the writing of the Constitution. As you can imagine, May, June, July, the time here in Philadelphia that would have been hot and humid, and you're wearing wool and powdered wigs, would not have been pleasant. So when they're in this room, I don't know, y'all take a college class or maybe even in high school, and you put your head down, or put your hand on your head on your hand. I can't imagine being here in the middle of summer. But James Madison takes copious notes. And at the end of the day, at the end of their debate, he takes them back to his room and he rewrites those notes so that they make sense, because he was writing in his shorthand, and he brings them back. And so we, obviously think of Thomas Jefferson, as the writer of the Declaration of Independence. What a writer he was. But James Madison is the father of our Constitution. So, What?
He's the father of the Constitution.
James Madison.
Why? How? What?
Because he is the one who took the copious notes in order to
He also
write.
wrote the Bill of Rights.
Well, yeah. Hello. Oh, here. Why don't you take them over there for a second and show them?
Hold on, put this on my wrist.
Okay. Awesome.
What building? This building? Guys, I don't know where I'm going, so has he shown y'all this building yet? I'm assuming. It's very tall. Looks like there's a thing on top. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what I'm doing. He just handed it off. But I just read a sign inside. I'll read it to y'all because I took a picture. That explained what happened on the second floor, because you're not able to go to the second floor. But it was the governor's council chamber, the long gallery, and the committee of the assembly chamber. So that's where the British forces took the quartered troops, hospitalized wounded Americans. That all happened on the second floor, which you can't go up to today. Like, I don't think it's never been opened for people to go up there that I know of. Also, if you saw the colors of the walls, I don't know if my dad or Coach Strickler said anything about them, but the colors that are on the walls but the colors of the walls in there right now are the original colors that were in there. Lauren, the lady that was talking to us, said that about 80 to 90% of the exterior of this building of Independence Hall is original, and about 70 to 80% of the interior is original. So obviously they repainted, refurbished, and I'm sure that he told y'all that the chair that George Washington sat in was the original chair as well. I should be a tour guide, is all I have to say.
Oh, did you give lots of good information?
Yeah.
I was kind of looking over my shoulder over here going, okay, hopefully
I was
taught
talking
you well.
about the second floor and how we don't go up there, but what it was and what was up there.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was... Hold on.
Okay. All right. And
I was also saying what Lauren, our tour guide in there, was telling us about the outside was like 80 to 90% original. Yeah.
Yes.
And then the inside or the interior was 70 to 80% original.
Yeah. Very well preserved, especially for, the British occupying Philadelphia.
Right.
But, here's the
they
thing.
They quartered troops upstairs.
Yeah, so, the thing about the British, though, is that they are, for the most part, they're going to be gentlemen. And so they're not going to come into a city and destroy everything. They're going to utilize things.
Unlike at Harvard, where they
right.
came in and literally destroyed everything and made musket balls out of all the metal.
Right. Well, that was the Continental Army. So.
Mackenzie.
Yeah. Okay.
You want us to go to the U.S. Constitution?
The what?
The Constitution.
You mean the Declaration?
Yeah, the
No, I'm going to see the real thing at the National Archives.
Okay.
So. All right. Ready to rock and roll?
I want to do it.
Oh. Awesome. So, yeah. Well, thank
Nobody said
Mackenzie.
anything.
Mackenzie right there taking on the
Nobody
YouTube
said
channels. I
anything.
mean, this is a legacy, really.
Come on, guys.
So
I need support.
that's what I'm building this for. I'm building
We
it,
need money.
building a channel for, her retirement, really. Okay.
I'll take it over
So,
when you're done.
oh, Pete said all correct. Okay, so that's
that was
good.
already there.
Oh, was that all?
Mhm.
Oh,
Thanks, Pete.
Are we gonna go
Yeah.
in there? Or
What?
Is that
No.
building
no, we're.
importance?
Curtis something.
Is
Come
that a
on.
building of
This is
importance?
new here. I don't think that's
got it.
ever been closed here. That's
Can we go to the
interesting.
gift shop?
It doesn't look new. That's
Can we go to-
weird.
Can we go to the gift shop?
I don't think it's new.
Maybe it's just always open.
This statue here, if you look to your right, is Commodore John Barry, USN. He was father of the Navy of the United States. He was born in Wexford, Ireland in 1745. He died in Philadelphia in 1808.
He's Irish.
Can we go to the gift shop? Because I need to go get magnets.
All right.
And he has a, did you not go to the show? He has a thing at the U.S. Naval Academy as well. in Athens.
Oh, really? Okay.
They say him and John Paul Jones started the U.S. Navy. They call him.
And as you can see, he's pointing over here at the Penn Mutual Life Insurance Company building.
Is that what he's doing?
Yeah.
He's pointing. All right, over there.
Going that way?
Okay. Let's see. So my thoughts on National Treasure.
We just watched it.
I know. So what do you mean? Do you mean like the historical realism, or do you mean like the idea that there could be a treasure out there that was hidden from the British? I mean, gosh, I think anything's possible there. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. So anyway, while Mackenzie was over here tour guiding you on the building, I'll wait for your response there. I was over with our tour director, and we were kind of deciding the pathway in which we are going to go. We've got half of our group is inside, so parents, if you're watching the stream and you're like, wait a minute, where's my child? Yeah, they're with the other half of the group. We had to split up for some reason. Maybe it's their new COVID protocol, because I've had 60 people on in a group before. But yeah, so this half, while they're in there finishing up the presentation in building, we're going to go walk towards Betsy Ross's house. Betsy Ross, created the flag. 2 by 2, stay to the right. Got to remind them like all the time. Let's see, great story. I'm hoping for a part 3 too. Wouldn't it be cool if they could find somebody that is as good as Nick Cage, who can play like that role, and then put Nick Cage in the father's role? So give him a son who's kind of keeping on the Gates legacy. That's what I'm hoping. Maybe we could do it. It'd be a made for YouTube special. It is a Disney movie too. So anyway, I just like inhaled a bug or something. Oh, library. Yeah.
Oh, look.
And front loader.
I wish I was in the other group now, because that's where Red is. And that's where I can get my magnet supply from.
Oh, she buys your magnets for you?
No, she has to pay me back because I got her an Oreo ice cream.
Oh,
So she's getting 5 magnets.
nice.
But not from here.
Okay.
One is from here, but no, we have to go to a different area.
2 by 2, please.
Obviously, we have to go without getting a magnet of the U.S. Constitution or the Declaration of Independence. Whatever. There's too much to remember.
I do love the story. Back to what you were saying.
The singer, signer.
That would be the signer. And yes, a very good story. I mean, almost believable. Almost. So, anyway, I was going to tell you, we're going to go to Betsy Ross's house. Let's see, Betsy Ross created the first Stars and Stripes, right? Okay. So, and they're like, there's some special event going on that Melanie had found online. So you never know. There might be some arts and crafts and games and people hanging out. We'll see. But we're gonna go into the gift shop there. Then we're gonna go. Hopefully, we're gonna catch the cemetery and be able to get in where Benjamin Franklin is laid to rest. If we don't make it into the cemetery, it's fine because he's right there next to the wall. So we'll be able to see it regardless. And then we're going to try to get back here before 4:45 and check out the Liberty Bell before we get back on the bus and head on into DC. So nice. I love that. That is I never thought about doing that before. I might have to do that. So if I'm ever in a hotel and I hear the hotel talking about Thomas Gates just checked in, I'll know who's there. I like the first now. Well, I mean, I like both of them. They're both great stories. But I definitely like the first one better than the second one. I think the first one might be just a skosh more believable, but I mean, who knows? They were both great stories. It's kind of sad. We only get about a half a day in Philly, so maybe someday. Stay to the right.
Why do we only get
we only get a half a day of Philly.
Why?
Just because the way the trip is designed, we come in here, we see a few things, and then we move on into DC tonight.
DC is until Wednesday.
Tonight.
Yeah, but we're staying in DC until Wednesday.
We leave on Tuesday, I thought.
Oh, I thought it was Wednesday because then we get.
Was it Wednesday?
Yeah, we get back on Wednesday.
No.
It was okay. Now it's back again.
Oh.
We get back on the 22nd.
Might be humidity. The 22nd. You are correct. Is that Wednesday? Oh, okay.
It doesn't feel like
There
this
you
in
go.
Texas.
No, it's drier in Texas.
Today's Friday, so we're gonna have 5 days in DC. That's a ton.
Yes.
That's a lot more than any other day. We normally only have 3 days in each city.
I love that you say normally as if we've been on this trip several times.
Well,
normally we only do 3 days.
That normally, or
A lot of brick here.
It's been constant of having 3 days.
Stay the right.
Stay right. Go that way. Go that way.
Until you have to get to the left.
The last 2 cities we've been doing 3 days.
Tighten it up. Push. Push. We don't want to miss the. Oh, we're crossing. Let's go. Here we go. All right. Oh. Well, it was yellow. I crossed with caution.
So there's a plantation right outside Franklin, and they took him to the hospital.
So, Pete, if you're still on here, we went and saw Edgar Allan Poe's house here in Philadelphia on the way in. I wasn't streaming at that point. I waited to stream until we were at Independence Hall, but we were supposed to. We had tickets to Edgar Allan Poe's house in Baltimore, and so, but we're not going to be in Baltimore other than to fly out.
Are you aware of your surroundings, Dad?
Did I hit it? No, I missed it.
You almost hit it.
No,
You said
I'm an athlete.
fast reaction.
Oh yeah, yesterday or earlier today, because I was leaning on a light post. Okay, I started moving it. Edgar Allan Poe post. I just started leaning on it, and it started moving to the back.
I'm trying to figure out if maybe we can, do a bus stop. we'll see. Our schedule is like super tight, and we are going on our return day next Wednesday. We are stopping by the Smithsonian out there by Dulles Airport. So that's in the morning before we go catch a plane. So we got to go to Dulles and catch that Smithsonian, the Air and Space there. And then we'll travel from there to BWI and fly out. Mackenzie, will you let them know too that you can stay to the right? Yeah. All right, here we are crossing. No, we gotta get the steps in. I don't have my 8 to 10 miles. We got lots of mileage to make up.
Yesterday we got
I don't think I got 10 miles yesterday.
I did. I got
Because you walk around the room. You walk to the front, to the back, to the front, to the back, to the front, to the back. Like you get double the steps of everybody else in this group. I love it. You're getting your steps in.
My sister, she gets 18,000.
Oh my goodness.
20,000, but she doesn't go back to them. Oh, I just got my 10,000 steps.
You just got 10,000?
Yeah, my set goal. It tells me my set goal.
Jeez.
So.
I did not get my steps yet. This could be dangerous live streaming in a city if I didn't have a tour director. Because I'm just kind of walking. I don't have a clue where we're at. I know we've turned a couple times, but really haven't been paying attention, which is very unlike me. I usually. Hey! I don't know what happened.
They're talking about Broncos or something like that.
Oh.
About dictatorships.
This is definitely a place where I haven't been before. Right here. We're over here. Max Tavern over there. That looks very original, maybe.
Tavern. Yeah. So,
now there's a place here in Philadelphia, and I always forget, but the first truly volunteer fire company in the U.S., including Ben Franklin. So there's a place here, and there's like kitty corner from each other, cheesesteak shops that compete. I'd love to know where that is.
I'm at least going to get another 2 or 3 miles on this before we get here. Are we already here?
Nope. We're somewhere.
What is it?
Nice grassy area. Awesome. Thanks, Pete. Have a great day. Appreciate you stopping by. I don't know what else we're going to see. If y'all who are watching, been to Philly, you know where we're at. Oh, we were on Market Street. There it is. Okay. That was Market Street. I feel like we're taking a long way around to get here because okay, so we're here at Christ Church. Maybe she's taking us past the grave first. I don't know. Hey, there's the American Vegan Center. That's original. That's the first vegan center from the Revolution right there. So I was just kidding. There was probably no vegans back then. They just ate. Well, maybe there was a lot more vegans or vegetarians. I don't know. No reaction. Are y'all tired?
Huh? Yeah, no. Oh, were you talking?
No, I wasn't talking anyway. I was just talking. Okay. I don't have time to stop. This is a snippet tour. It's a snippet tour because you kind of see snippets of things as we walk on by. And then you plan to come back. Kind of like a few years ago, Melanie and I went to Boston on our own for a couple days. And we were able to kind of hang out to some of the places that we haven't got to see as much. And that's what staying to the right means to them, I guess. Ooh. Does the shoe fit? That's a big shoe. You don't like walking over these grates? I'm afraid that I'm gonna fall in. Yeah, but I like to tempt fate, and you see how it goes. Seems like an old part of town, maybe. Older. Yo, hashtag replay, y'all. You know what? Right here seems to be a good place to hit a commercial.
Main Street Treat brings Disney to you. Hey, we're Rob and Mel from Disney Connections and the new owners of Main Street Treat Company. So come visit us over at mainstreettreat.com to order your treats today.
mainstreettreat.com. If you are joining us for the first time, or if you're just popping in, might I remind you, mainstreettreat.com. You can get all your Disney treats. You can get Universal treats. You can do custom boxes. Just message us, and we can do some fun stuff for you over there in Main Street Treat. All full disclosure, it's our company, so we own it, we run it. We try to have on-time deliveries, fresh treats right to your door from the parks. So, all right. Oh, here we go. We made it. I assume we're going to go up here to the crosswalk. We're going to cross over and come back. But that right there, where we're headed, y'all, Betsy Ross, credited with making the first Stars and Stripes. Yep. We'll get over there.
Honestly, I would.
We'll check it out. So I've been in the courtyard, but I have not been in the bookstore. The gift shop here. Pretty excited.
What do you say? What time? I have to go away. You're like, oh, okay. What's that?
I'm gonna go ahead and follow my group here, which don't do that. You should always follow the lights. Okay. All right.
I'm going to run in and get tickets. You're going to explore the little courtyard right here. So I get back.
All right, check it out. They've got some people in here. You can ask questions too, little historians.
I don't have money to pay.
And the rest of our group should be here momentarily. That's what I figure most are going to do. Yeah. Take a load off right now. Resting. I'm going to go over and check out what's going on here.
Well, I do that for free silver. I scrub everything good and clean twice. Very strong. It's very harsh. So don't let it soft touch fool you. It gets even the toughest. And then these are my backups. I call them backup ones.
So you would soak in urine first.
Yes. These are if it's very dirty, I get it. Sometimes they bring it to you soon enough. Lemon juice will do the trick. So I have different agents that I call upon depending upon the severity of the condition of the laundry when it's brought to me. So vinegar also works well. Yes, no, I don't talk about that. But I make my own lye soap. I don't give it a secret as to how I do it. You mentioned your mother used lye soap.
Yeah, my mother used to make it.
Yes, okay, so you know something about it. Yeah, it's a process. Not everybody uses lye soap.
They had a big black pot.
That's right. Yes, that's right. So bring it through the coals, but I don't go into all the details because I'm a widow. So
Right.
I know.
Over here. So what's going on over here?
All right, so I need a group of 7.
Women. I'll come back over here and see what they're making.
Right? How do we do?
What's that? Hello.
We like to learn about chocolate making.
Oh yes, I love chocolate.
Luckily, so do I. My name's Mary Craythorne. I'm a chocolate maker.
Oh.
My best love chocolate.
They're excited back there.
Very loud.
Okay.
Yes. So do you know where chocolate comes from?
The cocoa bean.
Very good.
Yeah.
From the cacao pod,
Or-
and these
Okay.
are the beans,
Oh.
right? Before they've been dried down. It's a white gooey center that
Really?
gets fermented and dried down over the course of about 2 weeks. It then turns brown and can be taken from the pod, and what you get is the cacao bean.
Okay.
Right. So does this look like anything you've seen before?
Okay.
Does it look like anything you've seen before?
Kidney bean. Maybe.
Yes.
Yes.
A bit.
I don't know.
No, yes. Like with beans, there's the inner bean root that you want to eat, and then there's this outer bit that you must open, right? Like a pea?
Yes.
Yes. So with cacao, there's an outer shell, and then there's the inner nibs that I want to bring. Right. So this is a cacao bean. Right. And much like other beans, there's this outer shell, and there's the bits in the middle that you want to eat, like a pea, right? How you must snap the pod. Yes. So in order to do that process, they must be roasted. So that way the outer shell becomes quite dry and brittle. Right. So once they have been roasted, they can be put in a winnowing contraption of some sort. This is a winnowing basket. Ordinarily, the winnowing and the roasting would be done at my water mill by my foreman. Right. I have to run the day-to-day affairs of the 2 stores. I took over the storefronts when my husband died, and I had to care for the 3 young children that he left behind with him. Right. So he had 3 young kids. One was 4 months old at that point, so I had to provide for them. So I took over his 2 storefronts, and luckily he had foremen that worked for him down at the water mill, so they run most of this. However, any chocolate maker worth their salt knows how to make chocolate by hand, and I like to think I'm quite worth my salt. So, I can of course winnow by hand. Just send in a basket like so. Since the shells are quite brittle, they will fall apart rather easily, though it does take time and patience. If you're feeling fancy, you can flip it, and I am wearing my nicest apron, so I am feeling quite fancy indeed. If you'd like to try. So once the shells have been removed, what you get are these cacao nibs. Very good. Right.
Oh, you're feeling fancy.
Very.
Always put more flour on it.
What you you get are the cacao nibs, which I have here in this bowl.
Okay.
And then you'll take them, you'll grind them down into a powder, right? This is with a mortar and a pestle. Would you like to try? Once that gets ground down to powder, I will add it. That's all right. With a hot chocolate stone with spices. Now, every single chocolate maker in the city has their own unique blend of spices. My husband, Jonathan, has his own spice blend. About 10 minutes, yes?
So you can actually
All right.
We didn't like it from your feelings.
Thank you.
They're gonna
Keep me under wraps. So, Jonathan had his own unique blend of spices. So I have, when I took over his store, decided to experiment with my own blend. I've been using these three. Now, do you recognize this?
This one I did is the most difficult one.
Yes. What do you think it is? Pepper. It is cayenne.
Oh.
It's a little bit of kick. This you might have on too.
Oh, I think you're right. Is it nutmeg?
Very good.
Yeah,
It is
good
nutmeg.
job.
And this looks a little bit different than you've seen it before. This comes from
Mustard.
a tree. Comes from a tree. Actually, funny you should mention this is mustard.
Look at they look kind
A little, definitely. I am a chocolate and a mustard maker. That is why I have mustard on my table. My husband learned how to make flour of mustard from a former business partner of his, Benjamin Jackson. My mother told me not to speak ill of people, so I will not say much about Benjamin Jackson because there is not much good. He was a challenging man, to say the least. Right. So my husband split from him, but before he split, he learned how to make flour of mustard under Benjamin Jackson's partnership with him. Right. So he learned how to make flour of mustard, so I know how to make flour of mustard because I took over his business.
Okay, I think we're going inside. Thank you so much.
Of course.
All
thank
right.
you. Do you have the water bottle on you?
No. All right. All right. So we're gonna go inside. I don't think we've ever been inside. Not here.
You can take photos, but no flash, no eating or drinking inside, alright?
Okay.
You're gonna go straight to the break.
All right, well, I'll go next time. We'll take a look at it. If not, we'll do it.
Tour continues this way. Hi. Go ahead. Oh, are you reading? I love the wallpaper. Put some color to it. It kind of looks like a haunted mansion. A little purple. Yes. And look at that dresser. What? No, just the dress. I like the dresser.
The fireplace is
Okay. Are we just supposed to?
Just wait till that comes.
Oh, we're waiting. Oh, okay. We're just hanging out in here. This guy with a three-corner hat. Okay. Wow, now that's interesting. You should read that because we didn't know that Betsy Ross made the first flag. It was her grandson, William Canby, in 1870 that let people know. So George Washington walked through the doors of her shop. June 14th, 1777. Wow. That's pretty cool. There it is. So, Washington and two other gentlemen who are not named. Interesting enough. What are we over here? Oh, different Betsy Ross stuff. We got Dr. Pepper bottle. Okay, there's the Texas connection right there, y'all. Okay, Betsy Ross, Dr. Pepper. And premium beer can.
Hot dogs are better with Betsy Ross's bottles.
It's all marketing.
Betsy Ross bread.
Let's see what documents are out here.
That's Simon for here.
Oh.
I think they went down other stairs.
Oh, they went down other stairs.
I think, because I don't hear them up there anymore.
Let's see.
I think that sign's
You need to exit the room before entering. Okay. I think we're going upstairs.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I know. I think that sign means for that. I'm not sure.
Here, I'll
Because
send you
they
up,
went
Colleen.
and I heard her say, "Be careful going down
And
the
if they
stairs."
if they yell at Colleen, then we'll know not to go any further. Okay.
Go be the guinea pig.
Don't leave anything behind. Okie doke. Climb up the stairs here. Interesting little stairway. You're not getting a king mattress up these stairs. Okay. There we go. I love seeing the old time mattresses.
They're so like.
I wonder how it would feel.
Right?
It's more comfortable than the hotel sometimes.
That is true. And this furniture looks new.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Oh, they did not own a house. Wow. So Betsy rented rooms in this house. Hannah Lithgow, a widow. Interesting. Our tour continues
Okay, on our way. Please make sure.
downstairs. There it is. That's it. They just leave it draped here on the floor. So.
It says it's to give an accurate representation of what it would look like to stitch a large, bulky, 10-foot long flag.
Right. No, I think that's the real one. I think that's actually it.
Yeah, you think so?
No.
Yeah.
It's in great shape for what, a couple 100 years old. So is this staff of today, or was this sign here originally where only staff of the building could go?
This was definitely here originally.
Yeah.
Because if you see the print, they didn't have that today.
Yeah.
Are we going down now?
I think so. That's what it said right there. If we just follow these signs, we'll probably be out of here.
It says there's a cloth underneath the flag to keep it off the floor.
Oh.
I almost fell.
Well,
See?
that is proper flag etiquette. Keeping it off the floor.
In this manner to give you an accurate representation.
Oh, Lorraine's in the house. Welcome in. What's up? Was she? Maybe she was. Maybe while he was in Philly, probably. Oh, no, go ahead. See you done. Awesome. Back down these stairs. One set. Down another.
I'm gonna assume.
So he died. John Ross died in 1776. They were only married 2 years.
Join the Society of Free Quakers, suspect, unlike the pacifist traditional thinkers that support America's fight for freedom from the British, Free Quaker records show that Betsy was a very active member. She did some upholstery work for the meeting house and was paid for building. Betsy moved to her daughter's farm in a remote Philadelphia suburb when she was 76 years old. According to her family, she continued to take the long carriage rides to the city each week to attend worship services at the Free Quaker meeting house.
Let's see. What do we got back here? Oh, this is where we came in, right there. Right? Yeah. In there. They must have been wealthy. They had air conditioning here. Yeah. And they had security cameras. I mean,
Very,
Philadelphia was
like the
way ahead of its time here.
Look at this handsome.
you don't have to worry, the baby just goes out and
Yeah.
wow, so you don't have to worry about the bumper
There,
pads.
there you go.
See, they just fall down.
It's awful loaded around. That's
It is.
They really need to clean their house though. Like, come on.
Hey, she's busy.
she's
Making flags.
Right.
She's got other things to do.
and let's see. Lorraine's in the chat. She said that possibly she was George Washington's tailor. So while he was here in Philadelphia, because he spent a little bit of time here in Philadelphia.
Lorraine, is that
would
true?
make
Are you
that would
making
make
up stuff?
sense.
Yeah, are you just trying to
Are you actually
is
Googling that?
clickbait?
Yep.
Are you at work Googling?
Documentary once. All right. Who's calling? Oh, Nurse McVeigh's going to lead the charge here downstairs this time. Watch your step. This is tight. I feel like people might have been smaller back then. Huh? What do we got here? Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That's so
Wow. I remember being in Williamsburg when they shoot these.
Yes. Well, that one has it on all of them. Oh, that was swords, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, the sword. Well, the swords and rifles. Yep, in the governor's palace.
Yes.
There's a mouse in the cupboard.
Oh.
Well, that's accurate.
I wonder where these stairs go. These must go out to the street. Interesting. I'm like shocked we're still on.
Try lifting this bucket.
Good job. Is it heavy?
Well, it says it's 25 pounds.
Oh, okay. Oh, she was a Quaker. Okay. Claypool. Join. Huh. Okay. What do we got in here? A little teacup.
There's a chocolate pot.
Okay. What's this used for? The bellows.
This is the kids' kitchen.
What's the bellows used for?
You do it with the flames.
Yeah. It's to blow air so that the flame gets brighter or hotter. Yeah. Oh, thank you. That was air conditioning back in the day.
Such a modern amenity.
It even comes out of the furniture.
Styrofoam cone.
It's quiet, so it doesn't take up room. It's out of
No,
the
it's
furniture.
actually so hot in here. I
Right?
can't.
So you can keep if you want, especially when you keep your food cold, and in the winter you can keep it warm. It's like a heater.
Right.
See?
That is innovation.
Don't need an oven.
The
Yeah.
bottom,
Potatoes are real.
the front.
All right, what's out this way? I'm gonna lead the charge here. Oh, hello. All right. I'm gonna let Mackenzie. There you go. Stream for a minute.
Okay. Are you going in the house? I don't know how to. Can I flip the camera? Does he flip the camera? Let me see. I don't know how to do it actually. So I'm just gonna talk to y'all, I guess. Are there people here? Well, I learned a lot in the house. I wish I knew how to flip the camera. Let me see if I can figure it out. Oh, cam? Oh no, that's wrong. Settings maybe? Oh, camera? I figured it out. Okay, so what I learned is that Betsy Ross had 3 husbands, 2 of which were named John. So maybe she had a thing for people named John. One was John Claypool and one was John Ross. Betsy Ross lived to be 86, I believe. And she actually lived the last 3 years of her life blind because over time she lost her eyesight, which is why she stopped making flags. Not only did she make flags, but she made musket balls and things for the war. She was very inspirational to the women of the time because it wasn't normal for women at the time to be so involved in things like that. I don't know what he's told you. This is so annoying that he puts me on here without telling me like anything. Do y'all have any questions about Betsy Ross? Why does it keep moving? Yeah.
Did she make the flag that flew over Fort McHenry in Baltimore?
Yes. No, she didn't.
No, Mary Pickersgill did.
Oh.
Yeah, Mary Pickersgill made the garrison flag that Francis Scott Key was inspired by at Fort McHenry.
Well, I should probably tell my group that because I'm pretty sure I told them it was Betsy Ross. Let's see. That's all he had to say. Do you have any questions? I'm just out here. I really don't like this camera. I feel like I look weird.
Are you live streaming?
I guess so.
Hi.
There's Colleen.
This is me. That's Nico.
Facts.
That's Mackenzie.
Yep.
We're both gingers. We got to
Yes.
stay together.
I have a heat rash, guys.
Yay!
You see all those bumps? Isn't that gross?
Love that. Kids Cam.
Rock on, homies.
Wow. There's 5 people watching and nobody commenting, and I'm just like really uncomfortable sitting here.
Please comment. We need the press.
Say hi to your children.
I don't think
gingers rule the world.
Lady Flame.
Wow.
What's up, Lady Flame? We see you in our DMs. In the comments.
Hi, Disney.
Hi, Disney.
Take care of my truck. It's perfect.
El Paso's strong, guys.
All right, what's actually? All right, you good? Did you talk to your ear off?
Drew in sweaters 24/7 shocker. Andrew. The comment was Drew in sweaters 24/7 shocker.
I don't know what's going on, but I should probably go get this on the stream for y'all. I mean, you're not getting up, so.
Well, you said here. You didn't say a single.
Oh, hey, I'm right there. You changed the camera around. How'd you? Oh, okay. Let's flip this back around.
availability. Chocolate is more popular than tea because it's not heavily taxed by tea. Chocolate is as patriotic as it is delicious. And you will find no better chocolate than chocolate made right here in Philadelphia. Hello, my manners. My name is Mary Craven. Chocolate. Now, you might be wondering how a woman came to be a well-respected Philadelphia chocolate maker. My husband was Jonathan Craven. Chocolate and mustard. He died, leaving me a widow with 3 young children. A month after his death, I placed an ad in the Pennsylvania Gazette. Mary Craythorne, chocolate and mustard. The frustrations of running a business as a woman are certainly not limited to a limited physical prowess and a small frame, but I see a bright future ahead. The prospect of war for our mother country does not fill my heart with joy, but the, shall we say, protest of British tyranny and therefore tea has created a great deal of demand for the chocolate drink. I have found, however, that there's been a bit of awkwardness with some of my loyalist neighbors. My mother's father. Mr. Roper has visited my shop with some frequency, but now refuses to do so, saying it is neither just or right to share the habits of the treason. Treason! To each their own. Chocolate is certainly on the side of the treason.
Love it.
Well, my wash isn't dry yet. Get up a bit later. Gives me a chance to rest for a few moments. Rest. Not sure I know what that means. I apologize. I don't mean to complain. Life hasn't been easy for me as a widow. My name is Senator. My husband died during a terrible year of the yellow fever. Worst the city has ever seen. I should be grateful. I was spared, as well as two of my children. But now I have to earn my own living. Not the help of any man. So I'm running out rooms, my home, quarters, taking in watch, doing laundry for my kids. It helps to struggle, but I'm making a life for myself. Doing laundry for other people, who are my family, watching for strangers. You wonder where that is? Well, women like me, black and white, who are widows. Do you know where you're from? Any other tradable skills. California. Sometimes being watched for making their money. Only morally acceptable. So long as you can stay healthy. Alabama. So long as you hear the ache in your joints. So long as your hands remain strong enough to bring out the linen. Laundry is hard work. Hot work too. I need to wear sensible clothes. The most distasteful part of my work, sometimes the stench of the undergarments. Other times it's the heat. I scrub every shirt, every shift. Soap, Lysol. It gets things good. If it's not clean, then I do it again. Being a woman, one might think I'm too weak to make it on my own. Same my life is easy, but it can be a little lot worse. There's always laundry to be done. Well, let me know if you want to help. I think so. All right, let's go. Gentlemen and ladies, you look starved. My name is Margaret Woodby, and I am a cake baker. Might I invite you to visit my red frame house over on Combs Alley? It's the second door from the corner on the left-hand side. You can find me there close by too. The wine merchant, a few tailors, a carpenter, and a hairdresser in case your dresses are in need of a fix.
Jumbles, those are those small biscuits that are twisted into nuts. Also, pies, can you believe it? And tarts. Oh, and also, my friends, should I continue? Oh, yeah, well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, of course I will. Also, I make custards and sugar biscuits. Oh, my dear, you have got to try my sugar biscuits. They are a family receipt or recipe if you insist. Oh, and also, let's not forget my rusk. You're asking yourself, what is a rusk? That's twice baked bread that's flavored with cardamom. Also, spice that piece for the little babes. And also, spongy cream cake. Oh, that's filled with the fluffiest cream and the sweetest jam. The sweetest jam on this side of markets. There is nothing that I could not make or sell. Did I mention? I don't even mind short notice. No, seriously. Also, my rates are the lowest in the city. Oh, mention. You all back there. Are you expecting a special guest tonight for dinner? If you are, stop by my shop to find something to sweeten the occasion. A rose water, gilded jelly that with the queen's confectioner to shame. I don't even mind how long it takes to boil. The pig's feet for the gelatine to set the mold. Oh, gelatine? That, my dear, is a French word, of course. That's not great knowledge. Takes time and dedication, my friends. Yes, you may have your grandmother's favorite recipe of bread and pound cake, but my creation was a one-of-a-kind masterpiece on your table and in your mouth. It might be hard to imagine that a black woman cake maker runs her own business in Philadelphia in 1785, but, well, here I am. My passion is baking, and my friends, but I am good at it. And once I realized that people had a taste for my talents, I knew I had to put them to work. From the imperial plum to the plain cake. Sweets are my love language, and my key to financial independence as a free black woman. Oh, I just had an idea for a new confession. Oh my gosh. A slight twist on my sugar biscuit recipe. But what should I call it? Freedom Raiders. Oh, yes, my dears, I like that name. Well, sorry, I'm getting old. I'm off to write up a new sugar biscuit recipe and pick up a few ingredients. Friends, stop by my Red Frame House on Holmes Alley and sample any of my delicious treats. I look forward to seeing you. Thank you for our final performance of the day. We have Genevieve.
Hey. Oh, I left it with Mackenzie.
Betsy was born in 1752 to an educated Quaker family. She studied all manners of subjects, including arithmetic, English, geography, and upholstery. We know nowadays something to cover a couch or a chair or a love seat, but actually upholstery back then did all manners of sewing, including making flags. So she was the perfect fit to fill this undiscovered young woman right here in Philadelphia. Now our flag, it represents a lot in this country. But people don't realize what each color symbolically represents. Let's all give a big look over to that flag. Not the actual flag, too. Alright, so the 15 stripes. Red is for valor.
Red is for valor. White is for purity. Blue is loyalty. Valor, loyalty, and purity.
But a fun fact about that, when they came in with the mission Betsy to make this flag, they said they wanted 6-pointed stars. They thought it would look super flashy, and I'm just paraphrasing.
6-pointed stars.
That's how it went down. And Betsy said, absolutely
not for 13 stars. You want me to make 6 points? I'll do you one better. I'll give you 5. I'll have a nice, clean, crisp look. We have a look of a new nation.
You can't find my phone?
Yeah. So that's how we got our 5 pointed stars. The final thing before I send you off into the house itself, you'll see the fountain behind you. Yeah, it has some cats around it, so we get a lot of questions. If Betsy really loves cats, we have lots of cats and pets. I can't confirm or deny that fact, but there is one thing we know. Cats are very good
At catching mice. Catching mice.
Yes. I've heard of mice. That's perfect. They catch mice. They catch rats. They catch vermin.
There you go.
And all this other stuff.
Can you take them over to the green side?
Yeah. All right, let's go over here before we leave because I think we're getting ready to motor out of here. And, here's Betsy Ross's. There's where she's late. Okay. Oh.
Breakfast is at 7. It's 6:30,
Yeah.
6:15.
6:30.
6:30?
Yep. Right. Oh, and then there's the flag. All this touring, education, information spent. Your mom is not shocked that you are wearing a sweatshirt. Not at all.
Hi, Miss Martinez.
It's nice weather, Mom.
It's nice weather, Mom.
No,
Beautiful.
It's not. He's
It's
lying
beautiful
too. It's
92.
so hot out here.
It's not even that hot.
But I'm also in a hoodie. So.
You know what? And you're wearing jeans. Well, kind of. I don't know if I'd call those jeans, but they're partial. They were once jeans.
They are jeans. There's always
Yeah.
been. Hush, Strip. Stop bullying her jeans. Yeah.
I'm not bullying jeans.
You bully
Yeah.
me, and that's worse.
Oh, she says hi.
I love
Say hi
watching
back.
myself coach. Say hi to your mommy.
Oh, maybe she was saying hi to you. That's it. She didn't really care.
Oh,
But
damn.
yeah, she was saying hi to you. Yeah. Oh. Let's go over here. Are there still people in the house?
No.
Oh, okay. We're all out.
We just start moving.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we have to start moving towards the Benjamin Franklin. Yep. What'd you get?
Me, Monty, and Brody all got matching shirts.
Oh, nice. What, anything?
No.
I got a hoodie. Well, hoodie's way better.
Okay, hoodie. All right. So now here's where we go into the gift shop. We start. Woo! All right. Good. Oh, good. So you had your phone. If you are buying something, continue to do so. And yeah. There's some cool stuff. Ben Franklin. I like that.
No.
Oh, you don't want that one? Not this trip.
Well, the food court is why you guys usually go to some souvenir stores. We have one.
Oh, you making a penny? Oh. You're just cranking away there?
Yeah, that's I already did make a penny.
I like that one. Oh, you made a penny? Let's see.
I got the flag.
Oh, that's winner. I like both of those cups, actually. Those are kind of cool.
Why don't you get one? Oh yeah, did you see the cups at the front entrance?
Which one?
Or no, that was somewhere else.
Oh, somewhere else.
Yeah. But there was it was at the the Pose House. Mrs. Pose House.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a cup there. That
Yeah,
she would like.
well, she made me go in and get it, yes.
Got it?
Yes.
It's $50 for free.
All right, let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay. All right. So what did you think of Betsy Ross's house?
I thought it was pretty cool because there's not a lot of history about women like being helping, you know. Really realized that like I didn't realize she did so much. I didn't know who she was actually.
Well, I mean, what I find is amazing is how much women did for our country to build our country and, you know, the beginnings of our country. So things like, I mean, you know, instead of buying clothes from, it just seemed like there was a long drink going on there. I just had to get, and it's still going on, y'all. I mean, we must be finishing that up. So it is amazing though, you know, when we needed to break away from Britain, the women jumped in and started making clothes, making drapes, making those things that we would have bought. Which, if you remember right, when we were in Plymouth, remember how I told you we didn't have manufactured goods in this country. Like, we got all of our stuff from outside. Like, when you came to America, you didn't come here as a tradesman. You basically came here as a colonizer. And so, yes, they would have had blacksmiths in the towns, but those blacksmiths were not trained to make anything. They were trained to repair things. Guess where they got those things? From Britain, right? So, yeah, the women jumped in, you know, when the men are fighting battles and the women are taking care of the stuff that we would normally get from England, and they start manufacturing. I thought that was very interesting.
Like what's it called? When America like plummeted. America plummeted? Right, yeah. There was a war and all women had to take over.
Right. Ready to rock and roll?
Yeah, it's the Great Depression.
Oh, good.
This guy, he owns all these stores.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I
it was
heard you
after
talking
World
about
War I.
Mom.
I found it. It was in my bag.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no, that was.
You want to see my magnets? Go strip them.
With like the women had to take over while the men had to go out. Yeah, it's like that. Like the Great Depression.
Okay, did we all go
Right.
to see the grave?
What?
Her grave. She's buried right there.
Oh.
Right there.
Oh.
There she is. You might want
Go
to
take a picture.
Go pay your respects.
Oh, that's awesome.
These
You've
are
got a good
all my
collection
magnets.
going.
All my magnets with Statue of Liberty.
That is pretty cool. Did you go on here?
Yeah. This one's the one. It has the bell and part of the Independence.
Independence Hall?
Yeah. And then it has the Independence paper in the
Yeah.
back.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the Declaration
Yeah, the
of
Declaration.
Independence. That's pretty cool. I love it.
And then I got a Mayflower that goes back and forth.
Oh, look at that.
And then I got my mom. This is the one that I'm getting you.
Oh,
Mommy.
there you go, Mom.
Spins.
Oh.
And then I got the 9/11 Memorial.
Yeah.
And the U.S. Constitution box from Boston.
Okay.
And Plymouth, the Rock.
Or Plymouth.
Yeah, Plymouth.
Yeah.
Then Ellis Island.
Yeah. 12 million people gone through there.
And the Statue of Liberty.
Lady Liberty herself.
And then from the American Museum of Natural History.
That's cool, in New York. Sweet.
I got like 3 magnets from.
All right, let's chaperone up. Get with your chaperones. Let's find out who's still in the gift shop. Who might be using the restroom? Who? All right. Yes, ma'am. Oh,
You get me a magnet.
which I don't know how I became a chaperone. Yeah. Okay.
I need more magnets and I don't have the money.
Let's see.
I literally have no money.
All right.
I've been getting the
Okay. Yes.
I forgot
Grab
my
your
plate.
stuff. We gotta go pay our respects to Ben. Okay, here we go. 1, 2. I got one set of brothers here. I got the mom and daughter. I got half of another brother set. And y'all need to go to your chaperones.
We're not siblings or related, but you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My parents think we are.
You're attached at the hip.
Yeah.
Mackenzie, are we all here?
Mackenzie.
Okay, Victoria is all here. Megan, we're all here. We're all here.
These are all my pennies.
Lucas was just right here.
He's right there.
Coming in, let's go.
Leave. Get out of here. I'm not getting any more sweets for the rest of the trip unless they're handed.
Have fun with Kathy. You guys are lucky to have such a great tour director.
Thank you.
She's the best, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, double time. We're on a mission.
Where are we going today?
We're on a mission. Come on.
All right. We're on a mission. We got some stragglers. Three, two, one. I made it. What'd you think of that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't got to go in there. Wasn't that cool? I love this new stuff. Like, yeah. And to find out one of the most interesting facts that I saw in there is that her and her husband didn't own the house.
Yes.
They were just renting. That makes me feel so much better. I meant to tell Melanie that. Honey? Honey? Oh. I don't know what's going on. I love it. Ugh. Here we go. Here we go. It's like herding cattle or sheep. Did you see that Betsy Ross and her husband did not own their house?
Yeah, they rented the rooms in there.
An infamous, right? I mean, so we don't have to own a house.
Okay. Hi. We walked by the tunnel that Franklin walked through every day to go to work.
Really? Well, that's
and we
fun.
stood in Lincoln's footsteps when he raised the first flag on the Constitution Hall.
Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me right now?
Because I'm not going to tour.
Oh, Quakers. So my family, my original, like my dad's side is Quaker.
Oh.
Yeah. My dad grew up going into the church and speaking as a kid in church. Oh, you walk through there? Oh, okay. Well, there's his head.
But the rest of his body is over here.
Oh, there's a mural. So for those of you who are, popping on the stream here late, I know it's like 2 hours in, and I totally appreciate anybody that's in here. So Philadelphia is known for its murals, but we've only seen a couple. So we came in a different way, which has been great. We've got to see different things in the city, but I'm kind of hoping we drive out to be able to see some of the murals.
Oh, that's not the cemetery. That's why we didn't walk over there.
Oh.
Stop!
What? Wait. I want to keep the stream clean. I'll come over here. 215-666-666. All you have to know is 6. There we go. All right. And very walkable city, I think. So if you're wondering about Philadelphia, very walkable. Seems very flat and treed. So also, if you're just joining us, so the plan right now, and the plan's looking pretty good. We're gonna stop by here at Benjamin Franklin's grave, and then I think the next stop is the Liberty Bell. So we're cruising right along Philadelphia, catching all the sights. I brought you all in. If you are just joining, you might want to go back to the beginning at some point after the stream and check out Independence Hall. We had a great park ranger in there that gave a little presentation. We went both into the courtroom side and then into the room where the Continental Congress met. And their first meeting, they would have basically written a petition to the king. And that petition fell on deaf ears. The king refused to even read it. So they felt like they had no other discourse than to declare independence. So that happens in the Second Continental Congress.
Because Marcus said traffic is really bad. And it might be timed, Rob.
Not all of y'all. I'm just saying.
Penny for Benny.
Oh, that's Richard.
This is Benjamin Franklin's final resting place.
We need to put $100 bill on it.
We're done?
All right, fair enough. Did we see this? Because Pete wants to see this. He's going to come back and watch the replay.
What is what? The diamond again? Basic training, right?
Yeah, I think so. For base, or was that Nick?
What does penny mean?
How about a quarter?
Let's go.
I didn't leave home.
There's Benjamin Franklin. Wow. Okay.
At least some.
All right, here we go. Let's get to the. Here we go, Gabe. Hold, please. Take in the view.
Right? Thomas
Okay.
Edison, the light bulb.
Well, I mean, he's credited for it.
Okay,
No, not technically credited. I say credited. He was credited for
Was
it.
it John Watts that made it? Because there was Watts on the light bulb.
I'm confused at why this timing is
Why
not
is there
working
Watts
out.
on the light bulb?
We didn't add anything,
Mm-mm.
and we didn't get our 2 hours in the park. So what?
Power.
I'm confused.
Power.
They can hear this. I'm not saying anything.
No,
I'm
no.
just talking this out. Like,
I don't know. I don't know. That's where. Oh. All right. I guess we'll, yes, ma'am. Who? What? The light bulb. It wasn't Thomas Edison.
I know that.
Yeah, that's all I know. See, that's why we credit Thomas Edison. Nobody can. It's like Paul Revere's ride. I mean, wasn't the only one, but since he rhymes, then.
But he didn't get arrested. It was still important.
Oh, I've got one of those. I'm gonna need that tomorrow for sure.
Keep going straight. Let's go. What are we doing here? What is happening?
Harvey, stop! Guys, I'm not sure what's happening, but we need to keep moving.
Love it. 15? You want to do 15?
15 what?
Okay. Need an amusement park in there or something.
Maybe we can find it like an aquatica. Is there an aquatica?
Ooh,
Like,
that would be good.
Just to stop and swim for a little bit.
yeah.
Do you say you have a towel?
Independence Visitor Center.
Oh. How long are you?
Right up until we see the bell here, and then I'm going to shut her down. Might get us to the bell. Might as well.
It's soaking in ice all day.
Yeah, Pete jumped on for a little bit. He was hanging out with us.
He never said anything to me, but.
Well, no, he was gone by then.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's see, Lady
that
Flame.
Building on the corner there, the
What's up, Lady
Redheads
Flame?
rule the world.
Yes.
Or whatever.
The Federal Reserve, the first Federal Reserve.
Thank
Which
you,
one?
Alexander Hamilton.
Which one?
And then
Okay.
it's called the Lafayette Building too.
Oh, that's
Immigrants, we get the job done.
Yep. And then this one, the red orangey one was the first commodities. Kind of brown.
Oh.
Building
Okay.
by a rich guy. That is like a diamond 5-star platinum hotel now. The Lafayette Building.
Oh, is it really?
The larger one?
Yeah.
So what you're saying is that we're not staying there anytime soon?
No.
Unless you all want to, super chat that one. I haven't said super chat not once, I don't think. Although I did thank DC for his super chat from a couple of days ago. So.
Yeah, at the museum.
Yep.
You know what's funny is I didn't feel like we needed the 2 hours in the park today, like
Yeah.
we have in the past.
No, I honestly think like yesterday was the hump day.
Yeah, yesterday was tough.
Yeah.
Today was much better.
It was totally rough.
Maybe because it's 12 days. So it's like
Yeah.
off.
Half day.
It's like a day off.
I feel bad because we didn't bring a frisbee, man. But we're not in the park, so we might have to find a frisbee or something in DC.
The other thing
Just
is,
take that one.
Betsy Ross House is a 7-minute thing. We should have boom, 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 boom. Bus.
So I'm gonna go over here and see the Liberty
See,
Bell.
this is why y'all should
They get a little what do you call
We're
that?
getting our steps in.
Green room.
They-
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, this is definitely so. This decides.
Okay, my group stop.
Stop there. Here we go. Good job. Good job.
Yeah, Jade and Wanda.
Jade and Alondra are leading us to success right there.
My group. Love you.
Hi. Hello. Hello. Let's not. I don't know. What was that?
This is a heart.
Oh, is it really?
No,
Looks like you flipped me off upside down.
Is that better?
Okay, maybe.
Not really.
Well, when you put it, you got to put them together.
Yeah, no,
maybe.
so it's like that, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's have both sides
Uh,
of the heart.
And
I
then
thought-
this means in sign language, this means love you. So like.
Yeah. Or in Hawaiian language. Yeah.
Let's go onward.
Yeah, we want to make sure to keep the thumb out, okay? As I love you. Yeah. If you put the thumb in, it means I hate you. I mean ill will towards you. And now, if you put the horns in and pop the thumb out and turn the thumb up, that's the way you want it. Anthony, the Molar Man, catching us late in the stream. 2 hours and 13 minutes. He must have just got done.
Thank you for popping in.
We appreciate you.
Start to see the Liberty Bell.
Hopefully. Let's see. We'll get to that 10% warning. Looks like the line might be down this side. Oh, but we seem to be possibly right close, maybe. We don't seem to be that far in. Okay. Awesome. We got it. I think we're in like Flynn. Okay. Hey, everybody. Anthony the Molar Man says, hey. Hey. Right there. All right.
Your performance.
Yeah. See you again. Hopefully he gets back on. Hopefully he gets back on. Whatchamacallit? I was going to say AFV. It wasn't a funny videos. It was Got Talent, AGT. I knew it was close. Sorry. Let's go over here. So, National Constitution Center. Haven't been in there yet, but if you have time, I've heard it's really good. I've heard it's like really, really well done. So that's at the end of the green area here, the greenery from Independence Hall. So I think, boom, boom. Okay.
Head right. Sorry.
Head right to the bell. Straight to the bell at the end.
Was there a chaperone at the front of the group? No. Oh, okay. That would be you. That's what I thought. So when we meet again, our group should be together. If you go through.
Who said hi, by the way?
Anthony the Molar Man said hi.
Hey, my man.
He said thanks. You guys are fun.
My man of the molar.
Yep. Oh.
Marcus is my bestie.
Marcus is your bestie?
But it was
He's
bestie. That's unfortunate.
He's everybody's bestie. Everybody loves Marcus.
Yeah, because he's the best bus driver.
Yeah, he is.
I watched so
by
many
far.
videos. This is where we need to be.
No, Marcus is great. We should tip him. He's a great bus
I
driver.
remember he's been with us the whole
Well,
time.
that's what I'm talking
We
about.
can't forget Evan. We can't forget Evan. Who's Evan? The
Well,
first day one. Oh.
Yeah. It was like 12 hours, maybe.
He was sweet. He was nice. Marcus gets us where we need to be. Yeah.
Probably more like 16 hours, I think.
Yeah.
18.
What do you want to do?
Yeah. Separate. Yeah. Let me see you do the left side.
Okay, one more time.
Ready? Are you ready? Come on. 1, 2, 3. Sing it. Step, step, side to side. Ooh. Round and round. Separate. Put back. And let me see you do the slide.
Okay. There it is. We're going viral right now. Right now. Look at that. Oh.
Brody, get in there. You guys ready? You guys get in there.
Let's pay attention so we can get in real quick.
Brody, get in here.
Oh, the peer pressure. All right, Monty, all by yourself.
All right. Royal boy.
Okay. All right, listen up.
How about monsters?
Yeah, anything with that on it. Help on those. You have to take your shoes off.
This has metal on it.
Gotta break down here, do all the.
Want me to hold it for you?
Oh, well, no, it's fine, cause I'll put it, I'll get it through there. Yeah, that'll be fine. I just gotta take my belt off. Those are, I'm the end of the line. Yes, sir. Thank you. I got the door.
Bro, the bear.
Hey, focus. Eyes ahead. Let's try to make this quick.
Sorry, you can't do that. You can't do that. You gotta take that off.
You gotta take.
Here. After you pass security, then you do that.
Okay.
Security.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Okay. I will take that off. Oh, go ahead. No, you don't need that. That's a big bag.
Oh, that's what it felt last time. Big bag. We got a big bag here. Andrew.
Here, put your bag on it.
I just want to pay for my scholarship.
Oh. All right. All right, we're back. Give me a second. Can't do that. Can't do that. Woo. We are back. That's all right. Oh, did I leave you? I didn't really leave you. You're in the building. All right. Good to see. This is a big deal right here. Liberty Bell. Can you hold this for a second while I put my belt on?
Yeah. That would be the Liberty Bell. So the first year I came here, I was so excited to get my picture. I went up there and I took my picture, and then when I looked at my pictures later, I realized I took the picture on the side of the bell that wasn't cracked. Yeah. Okay, should we do, let's see if we can do like a selfie off to the side. We can get everybody right. Yes.
Okay.
We can get everybody right here, just real quickly and quietly.
Well, I think half of them went that way.
Not the crack.
I think everybody, or there was like a bunch of them that I saw walking back that way. Where were they going?
His credit card fell out when it went through security.
Oh. Okay. All the way up. They look super. So, squeeze it up here. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna walk. All right, Daniel. Okay. All right.
It says
Pass and stow.
the old state house bell
Right.
was first called the Liberty Bell by a group trying to abolish slavery. These
You
abolitionists remember the words on the bell.
You get pass and stow from the silence do good letters.
What? Hello, world.
Fast and Stove from
How
the
are you
Silence
doing?
Do Goods.
Type in the chat how you're feeling today.
All right. All right, what are we doing?
I want to get everybody here if they've taken their pictures.
As soon as you've taken your picture, Tex Hill group, we're going to be right here. We're going to get a quick selfie. Lady Flame, welcome. Oh, really? I did not know that.
I want to see.
What?
I want to see.
See what? See what?
Anthony the Moon.
The Moorman's in the house. Nobody wants to see that. Everybody just wants to see them. Yeah.
No.
See them.
We're the stars of the show.
You.
Maybe not.
No. You. What's that?
Close it out and take this off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's show this one.
Bye,
down.
guys. We'll take a bye. That's been another great live with the Eastern Seaboard Recovery.
All right, y'all. So lots of stuff today. Independence Hall, Betsy Ross, Ben Franklin, Liberty Bell. What else do we see? I don't know, but it's been absolutely amazing here in Philadelphia. If you have an opportunity, come to Philadelphia. Lots to see. Easily walkable. And if you want help planning that trip, down in the description, go to check out notjustcruising.com. Don't forget to check out mainstreettreat.com for your treats. So, got either way. All right?
Yep.
Appreciate you being here today on Disney Connections, where we're going to talk about all things Disney.
Bye.